Hey, collective. So I was picking up that you went out of your way to do something that was sort of out of your comfort zone for somebody. Um, and like, there's a sense of this is somebody that you can actually trust, right? And I'm getting that, like, it's not that they gave you a bad reaction, but it's something to where you did something that was so unlike you. Um, and whatever response that they had in reaction to this thing that you did that was really putting yourself, like your whole heart, on the line, like I guess, and that may not be something that you usually feel comfortable doing, right? um but it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say that their reaction was lukewarm. I think that in some way you needed them to express some degree of emotional vulnerability verbally in reaction to you doing a specific action that they prompted you to do that you wouldn't normally do in some way. um and I don't think that you, like, I don't know, I'm just getting that you may feel a bit off or hesitant about doing something similar for them in the future because you didn't like quite enjoy the reaction that they had. um because they're not communicating with you clearly enough. So I was gonna like pull some cards to get clarity, but before I was shuffling earlier. I mean, I can do it again, but like, um, I'm getting that like whatever action that you performed, and I'm just okay. I'll just use this as an example, right? Like, say you wrote this person a song, and then they were like, "Oh my God, you wrote this song for me, but like, please sing it for me. I need you to sing it for me. Like, please perform it for me, right?" And maybe that's something that makes you very nervous to do, and you only like play music when you're at home by yourself. And then you went out of your way to do this very vulnerable thing and perform the song that you wrote for them. And then, they're like, "Oh my God, that's lovely," or whatever. But I don't know, you can kind of just tell in the energy. It's like they didn't give you, it didn't feel reciprocal. Like, I don't know if you had like some, I don't think that you had necessarily an expectation of what you wanted in return from them. I'm not getting that you expected something transactional, but it is like you can just tell when something wasn't necessarily being reciprocal, and when like um someone was like holding back in some way, you know. Hold on. But I was getting that whatever action you performed for this person, it like triggered a sense of urgency within them for some reason. Okay, I was trying to like see what the urgency is about. Oh, did you see that? Okay, I don't know. They feel like there's a sense of urgency in regards to like the Six of Wands on the bottom. So like they perceived it as something like a victory that you did this for them, and it like was prompting them towards moving more swiftly towards a higher form of commitment with you. So I don't know if this is like a commitment phobic type of individual, right? Um, and like, Jesus, then that like fell out, the Nine of Cups. Okay, yeah, so, and then the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. It's almost giving that this person is like fighting off some type of possessive inclination that they have. Um, I feel like there's something that's blocking their ability to like have you as theirs, you know. It doesn't come across as like a toxic thing of like somebody literally wanting to lock you up in a cage to keep you or something like that, but it is a little bit of that energy. Um, I do think whatever you did, it was so significant to them that it like triggered an intense fear of losing you, because whatever you did, it was like a wish fulfillment for them, regardless of if you like don't think that it was, you know. Like, I'm getting that you could have, and I just like split the deck. Two of Cups. It's giving that like you were, your voice could have cracked if you were like singing to them. I don't know if you like went to a next level of intimacy with somebody and you had certain like insecurities or whatever. It's giving that they were like they felt that it was a perfect fit for them, and it was like what they were hoping for. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I guess this is like a little 18 plus, but it's just life or whatever. um let's say that you like went to the next stage of a relationship with somebody to where they like saw you clothesless for the first time, and you were like focused on, I don't know, a scar you have on your hip from, like, I don't know, some injury you had in middle school, that you're like, oh my god, they're not gonna like this scar that I have or whatever, and it's not gonna be attractive to them. And instead they were like, I don't know, like they were, I don't know, they were more concerned with like, oh my god, like, their skin is so soft, and I don't know, they're so, I love this shape or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like they weren't even, and some people are into scars even, and they think that it tells a story or like humanizes you. And some people, I'm almost getting to that, in a lot of ways this person could perceive you as perfect. And I don't want this to, like, it doesn't come across as toxic or anything, but it's something to where like them being able to see the things about you that aren't like perfect can like, kind of like, I don't know, reassure them that you're not an AI or that you're not like fake in some way. I don't know. It like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's almost giving the sense, and I'm not disparaging anyone for, getting work done, obviously, but it's like giving the sense of somebody who like has gone their whole life, um, like their dating pool has only involved people who, you know, uh, all like all dye their hair the same color, and then they all get their like face done, and or like their nose done or whatever, like all the facial features are the same, and then everyone's like body is the same and everything like that. um because you know how, if you, because if it's just like a thing, like, as much as you can like love, let's say, steak, right? If you eat steak every single day, eventually you get like bored and tired of that steak. Like for me when I was little or something, like I was like, I loved, I think it was like Twizzlers, yeah. And so I like eat so many Twizzlers to the point where they just disgust me now, and I can't even, the thought of eating them, because I ate them too much when I was a kid, right? And so it's giving that like something confirmed. So even something that you perceive to be imperfect in some way, it like, it was like an imperfection that they needed, you know. Um, I almost want to hear like somebody likes burnt marshmallows. Somebody likes burnt marshmallows, and they're tired of just eating like someone like literally like their favorite thing in the world is burnt marshmallows, you know, and but they've only had access to, they've only had access to just like the raw marshmallow for so long, and then they finally are like, oh my god, this is the perfect, like, you're the perfect burnt marshmallow for this person. Okay, that's essentially what it's giving. I'm just like shuffling now. I guess I can see what else comes out. Ooh, this almost flipped up. Yeah, so they are going to communicate this to you. I feel like, oh, this on the bottom. So you don't need to be sad in any way about this, or disappointed. They are not disappointed by you in any way. They think that everything is fine. I think that this person may be prone to getting overwhelmed with the intensity of their like passion or emotions, like their positive emotions. And they're, I don't know, it could be like a cultural thing, or, just the way that somebody was raised. But um, I think that they could be used to people who mute their emotions or their emotional expression as a way to like seem superior or something, or that's just like ingrained in that space of like people who just sort of like, um I don't know, it's something about, they don't really know how to act or like show the person that they're dealing with that they're thrilled, especially if it was something face to face. It's giving the energy of like, at Christmas, if you're with your family or whatever, and it feels like awkward. Like, even if you get a present that you were dreaming of and wanting, it still feels like awkward knowing that somebody is like expecting you to have a reaction to that present. So this person may have just felt like unsure of how to react in that moment when you like gave them this gift. It could just be you is like their dream gift.